It was a huge amount of hard work with some amazing people, and that's what tonight is so special about tonight, is that it gives the chance for those people to get together and celebrate what we've done. It's about the audience now. I just want to show it, for as many people to go and see it, because I'm immensely proud of it, and I think it's pretty good. We were blessed from beginning to end with every member of the cast, bar none, and they raised the bar, and I had to try and match them. They keep making good movies, and the people who have been involved, Barbara Broccoli and Michael Wilson, have been making movies for a long time. Their father before them, and they somehow managed to get the right thing right.
I feel very proud and very happy, and so excited to see the film again, and to be here with all the crew, everyone, to show the film, to be here in England, and of course it's an iconic British film, so I'm very proud. It's James Bond. Everything's exciting about it, the locations, the actors, the women, the costumes, the gadgets, everything. So, I don't know, it's so exciting. I was so happy to work with him. He's such a great human being and a great actor, and I was extremely, extremely lucky to work with him. All the actors on this film were great. And of course, Sam Mendes, the director, he's amazing, and I'm a huge fan of his work. So, I don't know, it was like everything was so great.
This is the Royal Albert Hall. It was built in the late 19th century by the Royal Engineers. It was not meant to be a concert hall at all. It was like a general forum for wrestling performances, shows of any kind. Frank Sinatra performed here. So did the Berlin Philharmonics. Tonight it's James Bond. It's not a film, it's not a movie, it's a movement. It's been going on for 52 years. This is the 24th. It's unprecedented. Daniel is a theater animal, so am I. We have sort of a very similar origin. It paves the road. It makes common ground, and it's his show. He's so welcoming and open, and really takes you in and makes you part of it. And it was a great job.
I have so many feelings, and I can't believe all these people waiting for. I knew it was a big institution in England, but now I realize it for real. But actually, it's going to be so incredible over the world. James Bond is a big tradition, it's an institution. If for an actress to be on it, it becomes iconic some way. And I had the chance to work with Sam Mendes, that I respect so much, and Daniel Craig is such a gentleman, not just as a James Bond, but as a person. Sam Mendes and Daniel Craig, they respected the tradition, and at the same time they created a new Bond. A Bond that is rational, in control, but at the same time he has, as they say in France, le mal de vivre. He has an instinct of death that makes him darker, but also very human.
Sam and I worked together on Broadway. And so I am thrilled to be asked back by him, because we had a great time, and just to be able to join this incredible company of actors. There's incredible actors in this movie, and I think that's what I'm most proud of. Our first day filming was with Daniel, and he was incredibly affable and generous and wonderful, everything you want a leading man to be.
Extremely proud, because it's just such a well done, beautiful film. Really kind of honored to be here. I'm still kind of a little bit on a cloud of even being a part of it. So I'm extremely proud. That's an understatement. What makes it special is it's really a connection to Bond's past. There's such a nostalgic, classic feel to it, but done in a really new, modern way. But it really just feels like a classic James Bond film. There's something special about it. So Hinks he's a high-ranking member of Spectre. He's definitely a man on a mission. He's very sophisticated. He's very menacing. He's ominous. He's well-dressed. And he's very methodical, very focused. Yeah, but he's a new kind of a henchman. And I'm proud to say that he's a henchman. I wouldn't be, if I was doing any other film and I was the henchman type character, which I probably would turn down a role. But when you say henchman, there's henchmen and there's James Bond henchmen. And I'm proud to say that Hinks is a James Bond henchman. James Bond is just such a character. For one, he translates very easily across the world. And the way I always describe Bond, and the way I want my Bond to be, and speaking strictly as a fan, is I want Bond to be a guy that all guys want to be, and a guy that all girls want to be with. You know, he's just got that sex appeal to him, and I think that's what sets him apart from other international spy type films.
Well, the scene is spectacular. It's bigger than Skyfall. I think there's more anticipation than Skyfall. It's everyone's dressed fabulously as well. And I've been speaking to some of the fans, and they've said that they've been waiting since Saturday. They've been camping out since Saturday to be here. So there's a lot of expectation and excitement in the air. What Sam really envisioned, and Sam is talking behind me, so I hope he doesn't overhear me saying this, but I think it's true that he really saw Spectre as a continuation of Skyfall. So we delve more into Bond's past and really understand who this man is, because for most of the time that we've known James Bond, he's been a bit of an enigma, and we haven't really known much about his past. And Daniel plays it with this kind of very wounded elements to him, but we haven't known where that kind of pain comes from, and in Spectre we find out where it comes from.
I'm very happy to be part of this. I mean, I was a Bond fan when I was a teenager, and I've loved working with Sam Mendes and Barbara Broccoli. And I think the Skyfall was a great thing to be part of, and this seems to be, in a way, a continuation with Sam at the helm. And I'm very happy to be part of it. He's a great actor. He's a lovely man. He's a very generous man. He's very open and generous and supportive to other actors. Includes them. You know, he comes from a solid theatre-based training. I mean, is the ethos of the ensemble. An actor, you're only as good as you can be because of the people you're acting with, and the smart actors understand that it's a shared process. And I think we all adore him, and I think he's one of the best Bonds ever. Sam has again developed another complicated storyline with pertinent modern themes of the questions of surveillance and invasion of privacy and the value of feet on the ground, espionage and stuff that's become a talking point.
I'm immensely proud. I still can't quite believe I am a part of it. And I'm very grateful to Sam, really, because he gave me the part. It's amazing. I've worked with him, I think this is the 5th time I've worked with him, and he's always so so impressive, really, because he's so prepared and he's so hardworking. I've never worked with an actor so hardworking. He keeps up that training. He's takes a tremendous amount of work to be that shape, if nothing else, and he has to maintain that. And those fight sequences, I mean, I've no idea, but the complexity of that, and he's a brilliant actor. I mean, I think that we're very lucky to have someone of with his gift, really, inhabiting the role. It's written very much as, in a way, the culmination of the last 3 films that Daniel's been playing Bond in. So it feels like many threads that have been hanging from other films are brought together in this one. And it's enormous and spectacular.
It feels epic in the most sort of glorious way, kind of jaw-dropping, both the cinematography and the action that you get to see, and the kind of action that is done pretty much for real, which is fairly rare these days. And but at the centre, some incredibly defined and intimate performances and relationships. And a sort of an overarching story that is relevant to the modern age as well, and some humour as well. It's got the lot. It really has. Michael and Barbara make films that just aren't made anymore in terms of the sheer scale of them, and knowing that there's a fan base that's going to come and see it allows you a certain liberty to aim big, and what they've done on this is aim as big as they can imagine, and it just has a kind of, there's a warmth, I guess, that is built up over 50 years of the films, but also that with that warmth you have to keep pushing the envelope and pushing the boundaries. So every time a new one comes on, people are excited to see what someone's done with it.
I'm looking very much forward to it. I think Sam Mendes did a terrific job before, and I've loved working with him, and I
can see no reason in the world why this shouldn't be wonderful.
For me, I'm proud of the fact we've introduced a little bit more, maybe flamboyance, a bit more mischief and wit, and that we have a bit of politics in the movie as well, and that we continue Bond's emotional journey that we picked up and we started in Skyfall, and all those things are in there, I hope. But I also wanted to do something else quite, I think, probably difficult or unusual for Bond, which is to make this movie feel like it was a culmination of all Daniel's Bond movies that all led to this one. And because Bond traditionally deals in standalone movies, it's very unusual to have a continuous narrative. That was a big challenge, and I hope we've succeeded. There's a lot of action. There's action in Mexico City. There's action in the Alps. There's action in Rome. There's action in London, on trains and in helicopters and in cars. I embrace that part of it, and I've loved it, and it's been very difficult to achieve, and I'm really proud of the technical achievement and everyone involved in making a movie. It's a big deal, I think. What I like about The Enduring Appeal, though, is that the character is complex. That Ian Fleming made an anti-hero, not a hero. You know, it's a man who womanizes and drinks too much and smokes too much and doesn't obey authority, and yet somehow he's made 53 years worth of movies and continues to do so. It's a fascinating thing.
As a song, I still love it when I listen to it, and when I wrote it, it felt very natural, and I loved the script, and I felt really good about it. But then when I released it, it was a whole different monster. You don't realise, I think anyone is involved with Bond, you don't realise how diligent the fans are. But I'm so happy with the response. I got #1 with the song, and I think when people see it tonight, it will all really, really make sense, because I really tried to write it for Spectre. For me, this is fun as well. Like I'm a musician, I'm an artist. You know, we don't get to do this stuff. It's great.
He stays with dignity no matter how thick the action is. He stays calm. Like I never see him cursing anybody out. And he always has like the hottest, dopest whips, cars, and always around the hottest, dopest chicks, women, and always has fresh gadgets, things that I want. So it's pretty cool. I like Bond.